Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your 8 finalists in the women's 400-meter individual medley. In lane number 1, swimming unattached, 2012 Olympic Trials qualifier, Hannah Moore. Lane 2, swimming for Bluefish, 6th in this event at the 2013 U.S. Open, Brooke Ziegler. Lane 3, representing Bluefish, 2012 Olympic silver medalist in this event, Elizabeth Beisel. Lane 4, representing Hungary, placed 4th in this event at the 2012 Olympic Games, Katinka Hosu. Lane 5, representing North Baltimore, 2012 Olympic Trials qualifier and finalist in multiple events, Becca Mann. Lane 6, representing St. Augustine Swim Team, the Vietnamese national record holder in this event, Viet Nguyen. Lane 7, representing Nova of Virginia, a 2012 Olympic Trials qualifier, Emma Nunn. And in lane 8, representing the University of Louisville, multi-time All-American for the Cardinals, Tanya Kilianen. A final women's 400-meter individual medley.
The best all-around swimmer in the world last year, Elizabeth Beisel, though, swam so well in London, won the silver medal in that event.
And of course, at the Worlds last summer, Hosu won, Beisel took bronze.
So what do you think about right now? When you dive in the water, Ryan, what's the first thought that goes through your mind in a 400 IM? Like, survive?
Pretty much, just knowing that this is going to be a hard event. But, you know, I like to get out in front in clean water. I think for me, that's the best. Is as long as I'm swimming the first 100 meter fly, just really comfortable. And if I'm still out in head like how she's doing it right now, I mean, I think that's the best way to swim it.
Is it the first stroke, this butterfly leg, you have gotten so much better on, especially in the individual 100 fly. And you think that speed, at least lately, you know, you won the 100 fly in Mesa last month. Does that help at all in the 400 IM, or is that just really not that big of a deal?
I think it's gonna help, just because, I mean, if you get better in the 100 fly, it's gonna definitely be better in the 400 IM. But yeah, I mean, swimming for under David now, I've changed all my strokes, and I've changed my breathing in the fly, and it's gotten me a lot faster.
Yeah, 51.9 a couple weeks ago, and,
yeah.
And that's off a bum knee.
A bum knee, and in the middle of the season.
Yeah.
You guys know me. In the middle of the season, I'm horrible.
Dude, you are horrible.
Hey,
but hey, that's not a bad thing, because you're so brilliant when it really counts. Who's going to remember whether you won the Charlotte Grand Prix or not?
No.
Not many people.
Hosu has a pretty substantial edge here. Ryan, one thing we're seeing here, when we saw Elizabeth Beisel, it kind of reminds us a little bit of you. She's wearing a small suit. Swimming this time of the year. You did that.
You know, I did that for many, many years, and I'm glad I don't have to do that anymore. It's painful. The reason why I always liked swimming with not a racing suit is because if you can keep up with the people like winning when they're wearing a suit, that just gives you more confidence for the end of the season. And that's the reason why I liked it. And it was a challenge. I mean, you had to step up there, and you just had to.
And everybody watched you there. It kind of plants that little seed. Hey, I'm winning a race in a Speedo.
Just wait until at the end of the season when I get to wear a suit.
Exactly.
And you can wear different colored suits, which is my specialty.
Right. That's right. So now you're halfway through. You see Hosu out front. You kind of feel for Beisel right now, because you know she's right in the middle of some really tough training. What goes through your mind, and probably the most critical leg of the 400 IM? Would you say this is the most critical leg?
In the 400 IM, I would definitely say the breaststroke is the most crucial one. Right. When I swim the 400 IM, I try to like negative split each 100. And that will just set me up, especially going into backstroke, a strong 50 backstroke, going into just making sure you keep that breaststroke, that first 50 really long, and then picking up the speed for the second 50. Leading into the freestyle, I think that's going to be the biggest key.
Is there a point where it really, I know it all hurts. It's a point, like you said, it's the toughest event in swimming, arguably.
I was going to say, where the body's shutting down, your mind has to overtake the body.
At the 250 wall
that's where it happens.
Is when you, like the last 3 or 4 strokes going into the 250 wall is where I'm in pain. I'm feeling it. I'm like, just get me home, please, please.
Now this transition, you see Hosu swimming so well out front. I mean, look at this. Ted, I mean, she's 5, 6 body lengths ahead of the rest of the field, and that's the Olympic silver medalist right there. So you know she's having a good one, but when you come off that wall and you transition from that breaststroke, which is predominantly lower body, into an upper body freestyle, does that help at all?
I mean, that transition, as soon as you go into that freestyle, you're going to want to jump on your legs as soon as possible. And guess what?
You don't have them.
You're not going to have them right off the bat. You got to build into that first 50, and then when you usually come off that last wall is then when you're going to start kicking in your legs and you're going to start feeling it. But those transitions, those are the hardest things.
Right. There's no doubt about that.
Well, an impressive double here. Katinka Hosu won the 200 free with a personal best, and now she's going to come in.
She's on a great swim.
400 IM. This won't be a best for her, but a good time, 4:37.85, which is 8th best this year in the world. She has 2 of the top 8 times now. Becca Mann, good performance to take second, and Beisel gets third.
Now you have a sense of relief, right?
When you finish, you're like, I can't believe that's over.
You think, please don't let me swim that again.
Usually after a 4 IM, it's really hard to get out of the pool. Yeah. Your arms are just
I've
shot.
seen you before.
Yeah.
You and Michael before.
Our faces say it all.
Yeah, you really. Your face is more than any other swimmer, I think, can say it all when you're talking about the 400 IM.
Well, at what point? How long does it take to say, okay, I'll do another one? When you've just finished, you're
not saying that when you finish.
I know, I'm saying you've just finished. Does it take a day? Does it take a week?
You know, I can't lie. I like this event. It's the hardest event. I think that's why I like it so much, because that pain when you're done afterwards, it's just like, what did I just do to my
exhilarating.
Body? But I love it.
I know what you mean.
I mean, and not many, like, you have to be an actual great swimmer, because you can't just train one stroke. You have to train all the strokes, and I think that's like the biggest challenge for most swimmers.
You can fake it in the 200 IM a little bit, but you can't fake the 400 IM.
Can't fake 400 IM. As much as I would love to, you can't.
And this is the part. This is cruel and unusual punishment, right? Swim a 400 IM, win it, and then have to put a headset on and talk to us.
Yeah, that's
Katinka, Ryan Lochte's up here. He's amazed at your performance.
Hi, thanks.
Yeah, congrats.
Thanks. Why aren't you swimming?
Why am I not swimming?
Yeah.
No, this interview is not for me. It's for you.
Okay.
Hey, congratulations, Katinka. What a tough double. To come back from the 200 free, Ryan talked about it a little bit, about how tough this 400 IM is, not only physically, but mentally as well. And to come off the 200 free, you have to be pretty pleased with that.
Yeah, definitely. And, you know, I was so hungry to be racing, especially after I went to Brazilian Nationals, when I unfortunately didn't have so much competition, and it was awesome in the 200 freestyle, but doing 400 IM after the 2 free and not as much competition is really hard.
Are you back in the U.S. now for a while for training, or are you heading back overseas?
Actually, I'm heading back to Hungary on Monday.
Katinka, you are, of the top 16 swimmers tonight, you're the only swimmer older than 21 years swimming the 400 IM. Okay. So
I know, I can't believe I'm 25 already. It's crazy.
Yeah, but so what keeps you going at this distance? As Ryan was talking about, this is such a difficult race. What keeps you going?
I don't know. I just feel like I'm born for the 400 IM, and I can't stop it. You know, I put so much years in it, and so many years in it, and so much work, so I can't stop now.
No reason tonight. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Katinka Hosu, 200 free and 400 IM. A very impressive double from the Arena Grand Prix in Charlotte.